Here are some of the basic entries around a note, and these are notes that are the note plus interest. So notice on May 1st, or May 21st, we get a 60-day extension on our accounts payable owed to a supplier by signing a 60-day $18,000 note. And interest is in addition to the face amount, and it's at 14% interest. So the entry, which I like to call a rollover, is where the accounts payable goes away and the notes payable takes its place. So the account payable is going to be debited for $18,000 and the note payable is going to be credited for $18,000. So we're still in debt. It's just we've signed a legal instrument instead of it being a trade payable. On June 30th, we need to make our year-end adjusting journal entry because every day that we have that note, we owe interest. So that interest is said to accrue. So since it's year-end, we need to accrue our interest expense through June 30th. Now, we're not paying any interest yet, so we'll credit interest payable, which just acknowledges that our liabilities got larger because we've been using money. Now, how you find this interest is it's the principal, $18,000, times the interest rate, which is 14%, times time. And so we have to figure out how many days there are between May 21st, and we know that May have 31 days, so minus 21, so that's 10 days of interest in May, and June has 30 days, so that's a total of 40 days that we've used the money. So to make life simpler, we're just going to take it over 360 for the number of days in the year. Some texts use 365, some use 360, some do count months instead of days, but this is just so that we can get a number here. So the interest that has accrued is $280, 18,000 times 14% times 43/60. Now in July, we're going to pay the $18,000 note payable plus interest. So I know I need to pay the interest payable that had accrued to the end of the year, the $280, but I also know that I'm going to have to pay the interest expense for the $18,000 at 14% from the time between June 30th or July 1 and July 20th. So that would be an additional 20 days because it's been 20 days since the end of the year over 360. So the amount of interest expense that I owe is $140. So when I get ready to pay the note, I'm going to pay the principal plus the interest, and it totals to $18,420. $18,000 for the principal, $420 for the interest. So we've done requirement 1, prepare the journal entries, and in number 2 says, when the notes payable appear in the balance sheet, what other current liability would you look for to be associated with these notes? What would it mean if the other current liability did not appear? So the other current liability we're looking for is interest payable. And we're looking for interest payable to see if we have any interest that we owe through the end of the year, indicating that the interest had accrued. Accrued, remember, means expense it now, but we'll pay it later. So that's one kind of accrual. Expense it now, pay it later. So that's the basics on notes payable where interest is in addition to the face.